Hi everyone, Horst here. Someone actually requested that I upload a game to YouTube, a PvT versus a 3 racks using a 1 gate fast expand build, which I think is one of the safest PvT builds you can possibly go. A lot of people say you can't hold with early aggression, but really it's not too bad to do. I mean, if they go 4 racks all in, something like that, yes, you're going to have trouble. But if you do it properly, they really shouldn't be going 4 racks. And we'll see why in a second. Standard opening so far, you start with the 9 pylon, speed it up a bit. You're going to get a 12 gateway. You're going to get a 14 assimilator. And you're going to get a 15 pylon. And like a 16, 17-ish cybernetic sport. Nothing too bad. And one thing you want to note is that it's important when you're doing a fast expand that the Terran doesn't know you're expanding fast. Because this build right here looks exactly like most other Protoss builds for PvT. You want to keep him in the dark. Here the Terran is hiding his SCV out of the way. Now I know his SCV isn't in my base still because I saw it go out. So I really want to make sure that that thing isn't going to be scouting me. So I'm going to use one of my probes. I think I use this one to go back and see what's up with him. Yeah, you want to get out of his base the second you see a Marine start coming out, or you're going to lose your probe. I mean, there's no real point to losing it. You might as well just get it out of there when you see the Marine coming. But you scout around for that SCV, you know it's around there somewhere. In the base, you want to get warp gates ASAP, and you want to get a stalker really fast. Keep building probes. That stalker is going to be crucial for denying this SCV site, so right here. It's also going to be crucial for poking at the Terran front to see exactly what he's doing. After you get those down, when you get 400 minerals, you want to expand, usually around 420, around 24, 25 supply. Throw down a pylon out here so you can warp to it once gate's finished so you can hold off some early aggression. And right here you want to deny that SCV vision to your expansion. From the Terran perspective, he really doesn't know anything at all about me. He could be doing any kind of build at all. He's going for his standard 3 racks though. It's a standard build, very powerful. He has his concussive shell upgrades already, so it's pretty dangerous. But this is important. Once you get that Nexus down, immediately after, you want to get a Zealot out, and you want to get another gateway, 2 more gateways, 3 more gateways, a lot more gateways. You want to poke in here with your Stalker, just to see what he's doing, what's going on. If he's doing something like Reapers or Reapers or Banshees, he's only going to have a couple of Marines at the front. He's not going to have a bunch of Marauders. Those are kind of gas intensive for other builds. So because I know he's doing early aggression, I feel confident throwing down another 2 gateways here. Now that warp gates have finished, I can warp to my pylon. It's important to have a good ratio of Stalkers to Zealots. You want to have about 1-to-1, maybe a sentry or 2 in there. And as soon as that Nexus finishes, you want to main art over all your probes. Keep your guys back a little bit so that any hits when they first come in or go from the Nexus, you have plenty of shields on it. And you want to send your force out to attack. You want to keep your Zealots out front and focus fire any SCVs building bunkers, obviously. They're pretty dangerous. The Zealots just absorb so much fire though, it's great. I kind of fail at focus firing there, but you want to keep warping in more and more units to your front line here to hold off this Terran aggression. 3 racks can put out an awful lot, but because you're reinforcing from warp gates to your main base, there's really nothing he can do to stop you. The Zealots just eat through everything. If he's trying to kite, the Zealots will still take a lot of damage, but the Stalkers will be able to do a lot of support fire and take down those Marauders. And because I'm expanding, I have a nicer economy than he does. Not by much. I was putting a lot into making my combat units to hold off that early aggression. So our economies aren't that greatly different, but you'll see me start to overtake them. We'll start to pull very far ahead of them soon. Now that I have 4 gates up, I can start teching a little bit. I like to go fast Twilight Council with this build. Get Zealot Legs or Blink. If he's going for Banshees, which is a pretty common response to this, you're going to want Blink. If he's going for Marauders, like more of them, you're going to want to get Legs. Leg speed is a great upgrade. Now if you look at what I can really see very little of him. I don't know what he's doing. This is a bit of a blind tech right now, but Templar are pretty much good against any counter they can do to this build. The main counters they'll have are Banshee Marine, or they'll fast expand themselves. If they go Banshee Marine, then Storm will rip them apart. If they fast expand, they'll have a lot of units, and again, Storm will rip them apart. He's probably not going to have Cloak anytime soon, because that was some early aggression there. 3 racks I saw. And when you do early aggression like that, you really don't have the gas to tech. So I'm going to try to scout him out with a probe right now, see what's going on. Take control of the watchtower. My smallish army there. The probe here sees, surprise, more marauders. A lot more marauders. So I'm fairly confident that this was the right choice here. Get Storm as soon as possible out, get a Templar. You want to get the Templar out really quick so you can build up energy while you're researching Storm. And because I saw him sitting there, it's likely he's expanding. So part of my goal here is to be a macro toss player, so I figure I need another expansion. So I'll just kill these rocks. This is a very nice expansion to take. It's a little open right here, but overall the reinforcing distance is very close, so it's not too bad to hold. Get a little supply blocked here. I'm not the best player ever, but whatever, I make it work. On 5 gates, now I really should have a couple more. You really want to be on like 8 gates by this point. But as long as you're keeping your money fairly low, like under 500, it's not too bad. Just keep Templar coming in. Robotics Bay, I need to know what he's doing. I really can't scout him anymore with just blind probes because he's going to pick him off first. Because I saw the Marauders, I wasn't really too worried about Banshee harass, so I didn't think he was going for any kind of fast cloak. Yep. Chrono Boost out. Busy. But you want to Chrono Boost out Psionic Storm, get that out as soon as possible. And get the Observer out as soon as possible. You want to just scout out with that, see what's up. This is an awfully fast 3rd expansion. I know a lot of people are probably wondering why I don't really have the probes to saturate it yet. Well, one of the things I've noticed is if he attacks me or drops me on any one of these bases, I'm pretty screwed because I'm going to lose auto probes. If I transfer like a 1/3 of my probes from these 2 bases to this base, that'll leave me on 3 bases. So if he hits a Nexus, I'll lose very little. It'll help a lot. Right here, I see a smallish army. I'm kind of wondering why it's so small when he's being defensive. Good reason for that. If we go back to his camera, he has a dropship attack coming in, which I don't see. I see his army is small. I see I can probably take it, so I move out to attack. But this leaves me wide open right here. Not the best position for me to be in, but oh well, I'll make it work. I mean, to this point in the game, it's kind of crucial to make a good decision here because I can fall back and kill this little drop with this army. I'll still lose my Nexus and I'll still lose a bunch of stuff in here. Or I can push ahead and do as much damage as I can to him. So I opt to go ahead and do as much damage as I can to him, move all my probes from my main into this new expansion, which I conveniently have up and he doesn't know about. Try to hold it off with these Zealots, it's not going to work. But we can move in up down here. The Zealots will just charge in, and the Templar, if they ever get in a position, will unleash some awesome storms and just utterly wreck his SCVs as he brings in the reinforce. Yeah, there's not much left of his economy after this attack. He's down to 27 over 60. That's not a great position to be in. The Stalker's not so great against Marauders, but if you have enough of them, you can make it work. I'm still getting my base cleaned out up here. I'll fall back after doing as much damage as possible here. So I end up losing this Cyber Core, I end up losing the Templar Archives. But I can still warp in reinforcements. I still have my gateways, and I'm most importantly still way ahead of him in economy, so I can come back from this much easier than he can come back from what I did to him. It's a huge deal. He needlessly loses these 2 dropships, but yeah, everyone makes mistakes. So there's really not that many minerals left here, but it's worth rebuilding a Nexus for. So I'll just chuck a probe down there eventually to rebuild that. And his army right now is pretty small. His economy isn't bad because he has the Terran Mules, but that's going to fall off real soon because his main is getting pretty close to mined out. His natural is going to be what he's on. Now, I think he scanned my new expansion over here. Yeah, he saw it. So what he's going to do is try to poke up there and kill it. Because I didn't have the Temple Archives, I figured I needed something to hit Marauders. I got an Immortal real quick, it's not a big deal. Throw in a couple more gateways because my money's getting a bit high. And here he pokes in. This is a nice move. Pokes in real fast, I didn't even see it coming. And just, like, instantly pops the Nexus before I can do anything to stop him. But, fortunately, I have another Nexus right up here that's warping in that I can go mine at. It's like the probes go to this from this Nexus to this Nexus, and then back to their home Nexus. But he's still on 2 base trying to get on a 3rd right now, which definitely puts me ahead of him with 2 bases, and he's only going to be on 1 soon because this one's going to be mined out shortly. If you look at the army tab, I'm definitely ahead of him in gas because I have these Templar, which will make short work of anything he's got. And because he lost so many SCVs earlier, his economy hasn't recovered yet. So I'm in a much better position. I can push in and just crush him right here. He needs to pull SCVs off, otherwise he's going to die. Watch the Templar Storm make short work of anything. Just vaporizes. He really could have kited this better. He didn't have to take the whole storm, but honestly, it wouldn't have made that much of a difference. I would have just stormed where he's running. He would have still done a lot of damage. Immortal here getting focused down. Pretty basic stuff. Still fun to watch, though. I forgot about my gateways. Haven't worked them in yet. My macro's getting a little behind. But this is why I'm not 1700 diamond. I'm only 1500 diamond. Gotta work on this stuff. And then you fall back once it looks like you've done enough damage, and get ready for another push later. And right now, by this point, he's at 43 supply, and I am at, what am I at? 91. The game's already over, he just doesn't know it yet. So all I have to do is go back, I rebuild this Nexus, and because I have so many minerals, I feel quite comfortable in building another Nexus. That way, if he does another Marauder drop and pops this Nexus, I'll have a way to transfer my probes over to here and lose very little mining time. Help me out a lot. And here is where we deliver the death blow. Just run in, have some fun. Of course, I don't have any Templar with me, that's a mistake, and then I start firing on these stupid things, my army gets separated, and the Zealots die needlessly. So he's saved from this. But really, I have, what do I have? 8 gates there, and 1 there, so 9 gateways total. 10 gateways total. Yeah, let's re-macro an army almost instantly. While he's still trying to get his expansion done. Yeah, there's nothing you can do at this point. His income is over 2,000 and his is dwindling to 600. Those hits to his SCVs, he just can't recover from that really quickly because Terran SCV production is one of their weaknesses. Mules make up for it, but not to this degree. And then more storms there to blow them away. More Archons, go kill some SCVs. Kill them all. And that's a good game. So, units lost. He definitely lost a lot more. I lost a lot, though. And if you look at APM, he was definitely quite a quick player. I'm not sure how much of that was spam, but yeah, a lot of mine was spam in the beginning, but whatever. It's all good. Thanks for watching.